Hey, ZZ Nation, Dr. Johnson back again. Okay, so we're heading into the holiday season and we're going to be invited over to a lot of relatives or business parties or neighborhood parties and a lot of family get-togethers as well as hanging out with friends, which is all a wonderful time of year as we celebrate these holidays. But if you look at statistics, and it depends on which study you look at, the average American gains somewhere between 6 to 8 pounds over the next 60 days. That's a lot. Although at first people were like, well, hey, that's not too bad. Well, do that for 3 years in a row, and now you're pushing the scales somewhere close to 20 pounds that you've gained that you don't want. And as we all know, it's a lot easier to gain it than it is to lose it, right? So what I want to do over the next 2 weeks is give you tips, and we're going to give you 10 tips on how you can navigate the holiday season and minimize your weight gain and possibly even maybe maintain or in fact lose. So we'll see. So the tip one, as you're heading off into these family parties and company parties or whatever the case may be, and everybody knows this, but I just want to review, eat as much real food as you can, okay? So when you're staring at a buffet or you're looking at choices that you have that neighbors have brought to this family party, try to pick as much real food as you can, or food that has been prepared from real food. See, the food industry wants you to think that it's your poor behavior and that you overeat is why you gain weight. That's not true. What we do know nowadays is that the food industry very much researches on their products on how to create what they call a bliss point. And this bliss point is a combination of sugars, artificial fats, and salts so that it blocks signals that you either don't feel full, so you'll eat more of those products, or you crave them and become addicted to them very quickly. So they know how to manipulate our body chemistry very much like a drug and to create those cravings. So be very careful with synthetic food or artificial food or processed or packaged food. If you eat as much real food as you can, the signals are sent that will tell your brain, hey, you're full. And so listen to your body and stop when you're satisfied. Don't overindulge to the point where you're physically ill. Just kind of listen to yourself, and when you're satisfied, that's a good time to stop. So tip one, very simple, very easy. Eat as much real food as you can and minimize processed foods to the best of your ability, okay? Number two, hey, drink at least 8 ounces of water before you head off to the party, preferably 16 ounces. Because oftentimes we, as humans, we confuse thirst with hunger at times. Sometimes it's just that we're thirsty, but instead we eat food to see if we can overcome that urge to consume something. So drinking plenty of water, great idea. And if you're real smart, you'll get a couple little fiber capsules, and that could be psyllium husk or a brand called PGX, which contains a high fiber called glucomannan, which comes from the konjac root. And if you were to take 2 of those capsules and you were to take that with 8 ounces of water before you headed off to a family party, you will eat considerably less, because that fiber with a full glass of water will help you feel what we call satiety, which is where you're feeling full. So you're going to eat less and you'll get full faster, and that's a great way to make sure that you don't overindulge. So tip one, eating real food. Tip two, full glass of water, if not 2 glasses of water, and if you want to be above average, consume a couple of capsules of fiber with 1 of those glasses of water, and I guarantee you will eat less. Tip 3, let's put our forks down between each bite, okay? So when you're at the family party, what you might want to do is look at a teenager and observe what they're doing and how they eat, and then do the exact opposite, okay? Because most of the time they don't even breathe in between their bites. They just basically are inhaling this food. And the faster you eat, the more food you're going to consume, and the greater potential to overeat, which will then cause a lot of problems and a lot of symptoms, okay? Especially gastrointestinal symptoms. So if you put that fork down between each bite, and studies have shown that if you chew anywhere between 20 to 30 times that food, you will eat less and you will digest better, because the more you chew, the more you make digestive enzymes, which helps you process your foods, and then you don't get unwanted symptoms, okay? The fourth thing that you can do to really help you navigate these family parties and the holidays is to take 30 seconds before you eat and offer gratitude. A wonderful study a year ago showed that if you take a moment and think about having gratitude for that food or whatever you have gratitude for, if you take 30 seconds, the body releases certain chemicals and enzymes that helps you digest your food better. And that gratitude can be before your maker, can be to Mother Earth, whatever you choose or whatever your belief system is, but just taking that 30 seconds before you indulge and offering some thoughts of gratitude helps you digest your food much better. And anytime you digest better, you're going to eat less, and anytime you eat less, you have a better chance of not gaining weight and minimizing the symptoms of overindulging and overeating. The fifth, oh man, I can't remember what number I'm on. I think it is. Okay, so the fifth tip that can help you minimize weight gain is to get active after you eat, okay? So volunteer to help clean up the mess and get on your feet and walk around cleaning up plates and cleaning up dishes, whatever you want to do. Don't just eat a lot of food and then go lay in front of the TV and fall asleep watching a football game. You want to get up and get moving. In fact, the best thing that you could do is probably take a 20-minute walk. The 20-minute walk will help you digest your food, and with that walk, take someone with you and indulge in a very positive conversation, because again, positive conversations have been shown to help you digest better. Walking, you'll digest better, you'll burn a few calories, and that'll minimize the chances of you gaining extra weight, okay? So let's recap real quick on the first 5, and then next week we'll go over an additional 5 that you can do that will help you minimize your weight gain during the holidays. So number 1, we talked about real food and trying to eat as much real food as you can, and you heard me say this before, eat food from a plant, not made in a plant, right? So try to minimize processed foods. You want to make sure that you're drinking plenty of water, and preferably 1 to 2 glasses of water before you go to the party and before you sit down and eat. And if you're really smart, you'll throw in a couple of capsules of high quality fiber before you do that. The third one that we talked about was putting that fork down in between each bite. So eat the food, put your fork down, chew that food 20 to 30 times. You will eat less and you will digest your food better. The fourth one that we talked about was offering up gratitude. And so taking 30 seconds and just thinking about how thankful you are that you have that food in front of you, that you have those relationships that you're enjoying at the moment. But whatever gratitude that is, studies have shown 30 seconds of gratitude, you'll digest better. And then the fifth tip was to get active after the meal. So to go for a 20-minute walk, or to get up and help clean up and stay on your feet for at least 20 minutes, you will digest better and minimize your chances of overeating, burn calories, and that will help you not gain those unwanted pounds that we oftentimes do during the holidays. So until next week, we'll go over 5 more tips, but those are 5 that you can work on any of the parties that you have coming up pre-Thanksgiving, and then we'll talk about some more that you can do during the Christmas holidays that will help you survive and not gain weight.